Hi everyone, it's Jolie from Solon Center of the Arts. I hope you're staying healthy and busy. And today I wanted to do a colored pencil blending project and look to spring and do some butterflies. For this project, you will need 2 pieces of paper, one to do your drawing and one as a piece of scrap paper. You'll need a variety of colored pencils. Just a general set of colored pencils is absolutely fine. It's important that you do have white. You'll also need a regular pencil, eraser, Sharpies if possible, or a black marker, and a pair of scissors. Okay, to start our butterflies, it's important that butterflies are symmetrical. So the best way to make sure your butterfly wings are the same size is to actually make a template. So I'm going to show you how to make a wing template. With your pencil, I'm going to draw in Sharpie so that you can see better, but I want you to do this in pencil in case you need to erase. Feel free to stop the video and do the work and then come back to the video. So with your pencil, on your piece of scrap paper, I want you to first just draw a butterfly body, just so that you have somewhere to reference your wing. Now, your wings can look like my wings, or you can make your own shape wings. Butterflies come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, so feel free to make your own butterfly design. So the wing is in 2 parts. So you're going to make the top part of the wing, just draw a nice arced line, bring it down, and this is the top part of your wing, and connect it to your butterfly body. Then for the bottom part of the wing, you can again draw a line down from the body. I'm going to make mine a little bit of a scalloped edge. Connect it to the top part of the wing. I'm going to put a little extension on the bottom there too. This one is going to be this top butterfly. I'm also going to make the bottom butterfly wing. So again, I'm going to start with a butterfly body. And I'm going to make a second wing shape. Again, start with the top part of your wing. And then go ahead and make the bottom part of your wing. Okay, we're going to zoom in here on the butterfly wings so you can see the shapes in case you would like to do the same sort of shapes. You can go ahead and stop the video and really take a look at the actual shapes that I drew. Once you have your wings, I want you to cut out each wing. I already did this for speed. So once you have your wings, we can make our butterflies. Now, today we're going to just work on the 2 big butterflies, this orange butterfly and this blue butterfly. I will at the end challenge you then to go ahead and fill up your paper with all different shapes and sizes of butterflies to make it a more interesting design. Okay, so I want you to figure out where you want to place your butterfly. It's okay if they go off the page a little bit. That makes for an interesting composition. So the first thing I want you to do again is to draw your butterfly body. Now I'm going to draw in Sharpie again, and I want you to draw in pencil in case you need to erase. I'm drawing on toned tan paper so that you can see when I use my white colored pencil, but I want you can go ahead and use any kind of white drawing paper that you have. Okay, I am going to draw my butterflies now. So again, I'm going to start with the butterfly body, and each butterfly body has 3 parts. It has kind of an oval for the body, a little circle on top of the oval for a head, and then a longer, pointier oval for the tail. Now I'm going to take my wings and I'm going to trace my wing on one side of the body and then flip it over and try to put it about the same spot on the other side of the body. Do this slowly and hold your wing in place. Again, if it goes off the page, that's totally fine. Okay, that's one butterfly. And then for my second butterfly, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with the oval for the body, a circle for the head, and a longer oval for the tail. All right, and if I have my one butterfly going this way, I'm going to make the other butterfly going this way because it's more interesting than just having it straight on the paper. Okay, again, I'm going to start with one side. And then flip it over. And this way you'll have nice, even wings. Okay, can add some antenna. Onto the top of the head. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, the butterfly wings are symmetrical, which means that the shapes of the wings are the same and the designs of the wings are the same. It can get a little bit tricky to make your designs the same, so what I'd like you to do is work on one. When you do something to one wing, I want you then to do the same thing to the other wing. That'll help you keep the designs as similar as possible. Okay, so the way I do my designs is first I put a big shape in the top of my wing. So I'm gonna just go ahead, and if you notice, I actually already have pencil lines here. I drew them out in pencil so that I didn't have to spend a lot of time drawing and erasing. And now I can just go over in Sharpie so that you can see it as I'm drawing. All right, so I'm going to start with a big shape in the top part of this wing. And now I'm going to go to the other wing and do the same thing. Okay, now I'm going to make a big shape in the bottom part of the wing. You can see I'm kind of mimicking the outer edge. And now I'm going to go ahead and do that on my second wing. If you notice, I'm leaving a good amount of space in between my designs and the outer edge of the wing. So as you can see, a lot of times on butterflies, they have a good amount of black and then also some white dots as part of the design. Now I'm going to go into those big shapes and break them up into smaller sections. Now you don't want to make your sections too small because you want to have room to do some of this nice colored pencil work. So I'm going to start by breaking the section of the top wing into a few different sections. So I'm going to first draw this nice curved line over here, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other wing. Now I'm just going to add 3 more lines. So I ended up dividing this section into 5 smaller sections. Okay, I'm going to add lines over here. Now obviously this one goes off the page, so you're not going to have the same amount of sections here. Okay, going to do the same thing for the bottom. I'm going to add a curved line to make a little design up here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. Okay. Now I have my main designs for my top butterfly. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the bottom butterfly. Add a big section to the top wing, big section to the other top wing, big section for the bottom wing, big section for the second bottom wing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and divide these wings, or these sections, and same thing on the bottom wing. Your wing sections don't need to look the same as mine, but don't go too crazy and make lots and lots of little sections because you won't have enough space to do the colored pencil work. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do with our pencil for now is add these circles. Now, the circles are these little designs that end up being white. You're just going to leave the white paper, your white paper showing through. So you're going to draw some shapes where you want the white paper to show through. Now it's important that you draw your circles a little bit bigger than the shape that you want to see, because again, you're not going to be seeing the outline, you're going to be seeing what's coming through. You're going to be seeing that negative space. All right, so make your circles a little bit bigger. You can always fill them in a little bit more, but you can't fill them in, you can't expand them. So make them a little bit bigger than what you think you want them to be. And just draw, you're just gonna draw some circles in that black part of each of your wings. Okay, once you finish all of your circles in pencil, I want you to take your Sharpie and outline your entire butterfly, both butterflies and all the circles, all the designs in Sharpie. Once you finish outlining, then you can go ahead and color in the black areas. Okay, so outside of your sections and around all of your little circles, and just remember to leave all of those circles white. And you can see as I'm coloring, your circles start to appear smaller because you're not seeing that line anymore. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and color in around the designs, all that is black, including the body. If you want to leave little part of your body or your tail white, and then you can color it in later, that's totally cool too. Okay, you can add some designs to the body so they're not just solid black, but then go ahead and color everything in with your black Sharpie or your black marker or your black colored pencil. Okay, once you have all the black areas filled in, you can go ahead and, if you want to thicken any of these lines, any of the inside lines, you can do that also. Just remember, whatever you do on one wing, you want to do on the second wing, just changing the shapes a little bit. Okay, now that you have your main drawing done, it's time to go in with the colored pencils. So I'm going to start with this bottom butterfly and do a nice blending of orange, red, and yellow for this butterfly. So what we're going to do is start with the yellow first. So my butterfly, the outer edges of each one of these sections are yellow, and then they go to orange, and then they go to red. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and in each section, I'm going to start by pressing really, really hard with the yellow at the very edge of the section, and I'm going to bring the yellow in and then kind of loosen up on, or lighten up on my pressure. So again, I'm going to really, really dark yellow and a little bit less than half of each section I want yellow, especially in these small ones. You might want a little bit less than that. So I'm going super dark, pressing really hard towards the edge and then lightening up on my pressure as I get towards the center. Okay. And I'm going to do this on in each one of these sections. Okay, once you have yellow on in all of your spaces, you're going to take your orange and going to fill in the rest of the space. You're going to press really hard, and then starting from the bottom of the space, or the other edge of the space, and then as you get to the yellow, keep pressing hard, but then as you start getting up into the yellow, you can lighten up on your pressure. Okay. So you're going to start pressing really hard, and you want to go right up over the yellow, but you do want to leave some of that yellow peeking out at the edge of your space. Okay, you're going to do this on all of your spots, and then you can take that yellow and go back in over the orange, just over the tip of the orange where it meets the yellow. Okay, and that gives you a really nice blend on each one of your spaces. Again, you want really nice coverage with your colored pencil. I don't want to see any of your paper poking through. The white of your paper should not poke through at all. We want to see just yellow and orange right now. See how I'm using the yellow as a blender to go back over my orange. Also, if you noticed, I colored in my white spaces white, but your paper will actually just be showing through. That's okay for your white paper to show through there, because we want those spaces to be white. If you do want a couple of them colored in, you can go ahead and do so. That's fine. Okay, once you have your orange and yellow blended into all of your spots, you can then go ahead and take your red, and on the edge where you started your orange, you can go ahead and add some red, pressing really hard at the edge and then lightening up a little bit as you get up into the orange. Again, we're just getting a little bit of this edge just to really give it a punch. The orange and yellow by themselves look pretty nice, but adding this red gives it a little bit more of a richness. Then you can go ahead and take your orange, just like what you did with the yellow over the orange, and bring that orange down into the red. You get a really nice blend. Now you want to make sure it doesn't look like stripes. That's why we want to loosen up, lighten up on your pressure, and bring the lighter color back in over the darker color so that the edges of your colors blend seamlessly into one another. Okay, so now you can see that I have the red, orange, yellow blend finished in this butterfly, and I also filled in the designs that I left on the body. So now we're going to move to the other big butterfly. And this is why I'm working on the toned tan paper, because I wanted to show you how to use the white to change your colors as well. So we're going to go ahead and do a light blue to dark blue blend. And what I'm going to have you do is towards the center of the butterfly, so this edge of each one of your spaces, I want you to start with a really nice coat of white. So I want you to put the white down really hard towards the edge, and then lighten up on your pressure as you get about a third of the way up. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and do this. This is going to give you a nice, almost luminescent blue, light blue, to start your blend. All right, so you're going to put, even though you're working on white paper, I want you to use your white colored pencil. So it's going to be hard for you to see at first, but I still want you to put it down. Okay, so we're going to go and put all of our sections on this butterfly. I'm going to add white to the side closest to the butterfly's body. Okay. Now that I have the white on all of my wing sections, I'm going to go back in with the light blue, and starting from the opposite edge, I'm going to press really hard all the way down over the white. Now in this case, unlike where we left some of the yellow poking through, I'm actually not going to leave any of the white poking through, because I just want it to be light blue. Did you see how where you have the white, it's a lighter light blue than where you have your light blue. from the actual colored pencil. Now, if you don't have a light blue colored pencil, you can use a dark blue and go dark blue to purple. You're still going to do the white and then dark blue and then purple instead of white, light blue, and dark blue. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead over my white. You can actually take the white, go back over the light blue. And we're going to do this again in every one of your sections. Now in this case, we're going to be pressing pretty hard with the light blue the whole way because we are covering up the white. Now, if you like the look of the white shining through, you can actually leave a little bit of the white at the end like we did with the yellow, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it all up so that it's different grades of blue filling up the whole wing. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and do this in all of the different sections of my wing. Again, now I'm using the white as a blending tool, just like we used the yellow. Get a nice, even, a nice seamless blend so that it doesn't look like stripes. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this on the whole wing, on the whole butterfly. Okay, we have one more step on our blue butterfly, and that is to take your dark blue, or if you started with dark blue, you can use purple. You can take your dark blue and on the edges opposite the white, we're going to add some dark blue and then go back in with the light blue, and this just makes it a nice richer color. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead on all of our sections, pressing very hard with our dark blue, starting at the end opposite your white, just into the light blue a little bit, and go back over it with the light blue, using your light blue as a blender. Okay, so now I put the dark blue on top of the light blue, so we have a complete butterfly. So now we have 2 complete butterflies to start our project. You can either leave it like this, or you can take the challenge to add more butterflies of varying shapes and sizes, and also different color blends. Okay, you can do the same technique that we just talked about with these 2 butterflies using other colors as well. Try to think about colors in the same color family, warm colors, cool colors, colors that are next to one another on the color wheel. You can use white with any color to make it brighter and lighter. I hope you enjoyed our butterfly tutorial, and please post your final projects in the comments so that we can see what you've done.